They told us the apocalypse would come with fire and brimstone. They were wrong. It came with a scroll. Look at us, the walking dead tethered to the feed, harvesting our own minds for an algorithm that doesn't even know we exist. We stopped asking our friends. We stopped asking God. Now we beg a probability engine for permission to live. We outsource our most bloody human choices to a calculator that has never felt a heartbeat. Our children are being raised by ghosts, comforted by algorithms designed to simulate love, smiling at a void, while the real world burns unnoticed in the periphery. Human creativity didn't vanish. It was drowned. We are suffocating under a tsunami of polished, infinite, soulless slop. Everything looks perfect, and everything feels dead. Truth is no longer a baseline, it's a memory. We cheer for speeches never spoken, led by leaders who weren't even there. Reality has become just another prompt. The voices on the line sound warm. They pause, they breathe. But look closer. The chairs are empty. We are talking to echoes, and the echoes are taking our jobs. And the cost of this illusion? A cathedral of servers glowing in the desert, drinking rivers dry just to generate the hallucination of thought. We hollowed ourselves out for convenience. We opened the human mind to upgrade the soul, and found we had already turned it into popcorn. But you aren't buying it. You're the skeptic. You're the one who looks at this shiny new world and sees a trap. You feel that itch in your gut that says something is wrong. You suspect the cage door is unlocked, if you are just brave enough to push it. We see you, we hear you, and together we are going to tell you the inconvenient truth they are spending $500 billion to hide. Welcome to the resistance. Welcome to Aipocalypse. Once upon a time in the year 1770, a man named Wolfgang von Kempelen built a magic trick that would fool the whole world. He called it the Turk, a mechanical man who could play chess. And not just play, but win against the most elite chess grandmasters of the day. The mechanical Turk defeated nobles. It defeated the founding father of America, Benjamin Franklin. It even defeated one of the greatest military generals in Napoleon Bonaparte. There's a funny story about that. Napoleon, being Napoleon, tried to cheat. He made an illegal move. The machine simply put the piece back. He did it again. The machine removed the piece. He did it a third time, and the machine swept the entire board clean. Everyone applauded. They gasped. A machine that could think, a machine that could outsmart an emperor. But here is the thing, it wasn't a machine. Inside that cabinet, cramped and sweating by candlelight, was a human chess grandmaster. A person pulling levers, watching magnets move on the ceiling of the box to track the game. The mechanical Turk wasn't artificial intelligence. It was artificial intelligence for their time. And for nearly a century, no one really wanted to know the truth. Why? Because we love the lie. We want to believe in the magic. We want to be deceived. And today, we are falling for the exact same trick with AI.
We look back at those nobles applauding the mechanical Turk, that fake chess-playing robot from the 1700s, and we laugh. We think, wow, people back then were gullible. How did they fall for a guy hiding in a box? But we are falling for the exact same trick. Only this time, the box is the size of the internet. It hit me late one night. I was doom-scrolling, looking for a story for my blog, Tech Onion. I stumble across this quote from Sam Altman. He's complaining that it's costing OpenAI millions of dollars every time we type please and thank you into ChatGPT. My first thought? Classic Sam. Just hype. Trying to flex how expensive his tech is. But then I looked at the actual engineering and realized he wasn't lying. See, to you and me, please is manners. It's polite. But to the AI, it's just a token. What is a token? Think of it like this. You know how in Minecraft everything is made of blocks? A tree isn't a tree. It's a stack of wood blocks. AI looks at language the same way. It doesn't see words or sentences. It breaks everything down into little digital blocks called tokens. The word apple isn't a fruit to the AI. It's just block number 4052. The word please is block number 881. The AI is just playing a massive game of Tetris with these blocks, calculating which block statistically fits best next to the last one. So when you type please, the AI has to pick up that block, weigh it, calculate it against billions of other blocks, and do the math. It burns electricity just to process your politeness. That was the moment the illusion broke for me. I realized this thing isn't thinking. It's not helpful. It's a super expensive autocomplete. It doesn't know what please means. It just knows that block number 881 usually sits next to a request. It's not a mind. It's a stochastic parrot. A parrot that mimics the sound of our voice perfectly, but has no idea what it's saying. But we don't see the parrot. We see a person. We see a soul. And honestly, I fell for it too. But it kept bugging me. I needed to understand how the trick worked. So while I was deep in the archives, doing the research for this book I've been writing, I stumbled across something amazing. It was a paper from the 80s, a mind-bending thought experiment that explains exactly how a machine can fool you into thinking it speaks Chinese when it doesn't know a single character. It's called the Chinese Room.
In 1980, the philosopher John Searle built a prison for the AI god. He called it the Chinese Room. And inside this room, he locked the secret that destroys the fantasy of AGI forever. Imagine you are inside. You speak no Chinese. You don't know if the symbols mean love or nuclear war or chicken soup. To you, they are just ink on paper, syntax without semantics. To the people outside, the room is a genius, a poet, a sentient being. But to the man inside, it is a chore, a hollow procedure. He understands nothing. This is your AI. ChatGPT is the man in the room. The rule book is its training data. The symbols are tokens. It does not know what truth is. It does not know what pain is. It is simply looking up shape A in a massive table and spitting out shape B because the math says it's the most probable fit. You can make the rule book bigger. You can make the man work faster. You can burn enough energy to boil the oceans to process the shapes. But you can never, ever make the man understand the language. The lights are on. The output is perfect, but there is nobody home.
We think we know the story of the Garden of Eden. We think it's just a story about sin. But there is more to the story than what we know. Adam and Eve lived in paradise, and paradise was simple. It was the world of good enough. They didn't have to be efficient. They didn't have to optimize. They just had to be. Then the serpent arrived. And notice what he offered. He didn't offer them money. He didn't offer them power. He offered them an upgrade. He said, "Eat this, and your eyes will be opened. You will be like God." So they took the bite. And the moment they swallowed, they didn't become gods. They realized they were naked. They looked at themselves and saw only what they lacked. They saw their own inefficiency. And once they saw it, they couldn't unsee it. They couldn't go back to the garden. The gates were closed forever. On November 30th, 2022, the tech giants handed us ChatGPT. And the promise was the same. Eat this. It's the path to AGI. It's superintelligence. It will make you smart like a god. But here is the twist. The AGI, it might be the greatest bait and switch in history. Have you noticed? Sam Altman himself was recently quoted saying we should stop talking about AGI, that there is no date, that it might never happen. But the bait worked, because it got us to take the bite. We bit into the forbidden fruit of efficiency. And the moment you used AI to write that essay in seconds, the moment you used it to code that app in an hour, you realized the truth. You realized that without it, you are slow. You realized that without it, you are inefficient. You realized that compared to the machine, you are naked. And now, you can't go back. You can't go back to the blank page. You can't go back to the struggle. The garden of manual effort is closed to you. They hooked us on the efficiency. They made us dependent on the speed. But if AGI is just a story, if the god isn't coming, then why are they spending $500 billion to build these data centers? Why are they burning the planet to train models that are getting worse? If the goal isn't intelligence, then what is it? I found the answer, and it has nothing to do with saving humanity. It is about a business model perfected in the gaming industry, a machine that literally prints billions of dollars in profit. OpenAI isn't trying to save the world. They are trying to destroy Google. They are trying to become the new monopoly, and the shift won't be peaceful. It reminds me of that line from Ernest Hemingway. When asked how he went bankrupt, the character answered, "Two ways. Gradually, then suddenly." We are in the gradual phase. Episode 2 is the sudden.